And welcome in, guys. Hope you're having a great day and getting ready for the big game. Bromley on the road, Hayes Lane. It's going to be massive. 3 points on the line. But big hello to you, and I hope you enjoyed that intro. A lot of work went into that one, and that's going to stick around for a while. I think we're going to stick with that intro for a little bit. We'll change up some little things, but I think the final Wrexham, I think we'll definitely stick that around. Wasn't there a lot of passion in that, eh? Oh, gotta love the crowd. When a crowd sings like Knights, you can feel the passion and the love for that team. And that's what you hear when you hear that intro. So we're going to keep that on the intro coming on in, because who doesn't like to hear that? Yeah? So, sticking around, wait till the end. You're going to love the end. It's very funny, and the other part is very factual. We're talking about the fun facts. It's a part of Ultimate Soccer. We have two segments, the fun facts, and we also have the centre spot. Two little segments at the end. You're going to have to check them out. You'll love it. But there's some fun stuff to finish with. You're going to love it. And like I say, if you've got a comment or you want to like, subscribe and like, or tap that notification button, please do join the family and help us grow to 1,000, because the sooner we get to 1,000, the sooner we get to go live, and then I can go live commentary on all Wrexham games. Isn't that what I'm looking for? Yes, absolutely. So please help me push it around, guys, and get us to 1,000, because one is all we are. We are one is all we are. We're all one family at the Ultimate Soccer Show. We're all together. So let's push this together, and basically let me commentate the games while you're sitting in the crowd, and you'll love what I come out with, because I've commentated games at FIFA World Cups. I've commentated games at professional games, and commentating games is a big part of my life. I've commentated in some of the most famous stadiums in the world, so I'm a big part of the inside of the business side of football delivery. So commentary of games, that's what I've done for a long time. So help me to get to 1,000 on YouTube, and then I'll commentate the Wrexham games, and then you're going to love that, because I love commentating. So if you're loving what you're doing a good job, yeah? So get me to 1,000, everybody. Pass it around. Let's get it. Like, subscribe, and like, and tap the notification button, and let's go. So let's move it on. Let's get into this. We're going to talk about the last game quickly. 1-0 against Southend United. We've got a picture. Take a look at that picture. Doesn't Paulie look like he's a little bit close to Stevie Arnold in goal there for Southend United? I think so. Now, if you look at the other angle, you're going to see the video. So from the throw-in, you'll see the throw-in, you'll see the throw back in, the cross comes in. Stevie Arnold goes up to try and gather the ball. Paulie Marling slides in, arm up. And didn't the picture look like Paulie's got an arm on him? Well, listen, on the other side, you get to see a different angle. It's not always what you think you see. Watch the video. So make up your own mind about Paul Mullin and Stevie Arnold. I'm not telling you what I'm thinking. I think you probably think you know what I think, but you go along. Tell me what you think down below. Did Stevie have a fumble, or did Paul have a hand on and make him fumble? There's only two ways it could have gone. I don't think I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. Tell me what you're thinking, or whether you think it was, the keeper or Paul Mullin. So that's what I'm saying. Anyway, we've had a few people march onto the channel recently and subscribe to the channel. Big thanks to you guys. And we have to say big welcome. And all those people that were welcoming in will be behind me right now. So there we are with the last game, Southend United 1-0, goalkeeper error. And the next game, obviously, if you're on the road right now, you could be taking one of a couple of different routes, one or two routes, really. But for people who don't live in the UK, who don't have an idea how far away and where you're going and what it's all about, here's a couple of pictures to show people, around the world, the worldwide Wrexham AFC fans can get a glimpse of how far the Red Army, the Red Dragons Army has got to march from Wales into England, how far they got to go, and where it all ends up. So have a look at these pictures for everybody who doesn't know how to get across that part of the world, who hasn't been there before, and enjoy viewing where the Red Army is going to be driving to the destination of Bromley. Have a look. I'll be back in a second. So there you go. Now you see a little bit more about where everybody's got to go to and then come back and how long. And that last little stretch as you're going around that south part of London, I know that very well. I lived in the south part of London for a while. But that last stretch going into Bromley is like dead slow. And lots of traffic and lots of construction. And you'd wish you never drove along that road on a daily basis. So that last little piece, it's sort of like... yeah, it's a little bit slow, but that's the journey they're taking, and that's how, you can go one of two ways. You can go north to east over around London, or you can go north to south on the west side. So I'd personally go to the west side of London and south wide. I wouldn't bother going to the east side. I'd just go straight west. So anyway, that's my particular, but anybody who didn't know how to get there, if you're around the world, that's what the Red Army, the fans of Wrexham, had to do coming up for the game on Bromley. And they've done many trips this year and many trips over the years, but just saying, locally, now that's the way to go. So now we're going to show you with our lovely Sabutio lineup already out there at Hayes Field, on the field, warming up. Take a look at the possible lineup. You're going to love this. So remember, guys, that's just a possible lineup. That's not concrete. And by the way, we're going to be bringing the stats and the man of the match again at the post-game after the Bromley match. So man of the match and the stats. So remember, stats and man of the match coming through. Now, the prediction of the game. Well, you're all saying win, 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 win. I know you're saying win, win, win. Who is not saying win? Everybody's saying win. But here's the deal. Last time Wrexham played was January 10th at the Racecourse Ground against Bromley. It was a 2-1. Corey Whitty got a goal on 33. Paul Mullin tied it up on 45 with a penalty. And James Jones got the winner on 73. Great game, by the way. I was really, really entertained with that game. It was a battle. It was one of those games where you really had to fight for it. And let's face it, Bromley's not a bad team, I mean, yeah, they're sitting 10th in the league, but they're a decent outfit. So it's going to be interesting. They lost the last game at home to York City 3-0, however. But form being what it is, we'll get to that pretty soon. But James Jones got the winner the last time we got it there, 2-1 at home at the Racecourse Ground. And let's look for another win. Yes, please. Let's get another 3 wins. Notts County won in midweek, so it's a point between Wrexham and County going into the final game on the weekend. But let's talk form. Last 5 games with Bromley, 1 win in 5. They've lost, drew, won, drew, lost in that order in the last 5. Wrexham unbeaten in the last 5, unbeaten in the last 25. Actually, the streak is now 25 games, 20 wins, 5 draws. And let me think now. 65 points from 75 points out of that time, and 54 goals scored, 24 against. Now, the form, last 5, 2 wins recently, a draw in the middle of it, and then 2 wins to finish out your round of 5. So basically 4 wins and a draw in the last 5. Wins and draws, that's what Wrexham's business is right now. It's what it has been for a long, long time. Here's an amazing stat for you. Since 1921, Wrexham's 14 games this season is the best opening of a calendar year for Wrexham since 1921. That's 102 years. Check your files, but it's a massive, massive, massive opening to a year. It could get even better. So let's not jinx anything. That's just giving the facts out. It's not gloating. It's just saying, hey, that's what it is. Right. So league so far, 28-7-2 on the season, 95-34, 95 goals, 34 against, 91 points. On the other side of the table, 13 wins, 13 draws, 10 losses. Not many losses, yeah. 50 goals scored, 45 goals against, 53 points. So sitting in 10th, no, they're not lighting it up, but they're certainly not being lit up either. They don't give up much. They don't cough up much at all. They're pretty tight in what they do, but they don't sort of get destroyed. If you look at the league records so far this year, they haven't been destroyed, but they don't destroy you either. So it's tight matches all the way through.